Hey everybody, I'm just playing. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump into part 3 of this Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. This part did not have to be 90 minutes. This part was a heavy fast forward. I'm only going to talk about the parts that I care about. Let's jump right into it. At the end of this, I'm going to tell you what I think about the future of Real Housewives of Potomac, the direction, if I had any part of production and casting, where I would take it. And then we're going to leave Potomac right where it is on break because I'm tired. I don't want to talk about these ladies until the show comes back, unless something really crazy happens in the Twitter streets. But other than that, I'm going to leave my 2 cents right here. So let's jump right in. We open up with Mia and Jacqueline and her folder and her sparkly box. Look, I'm going to say it and everybody else has said it. If it ain't the binder, we don't care. Look, Monique has killed the paper game. At this point now, don't even bring props or receipts to the reunion. We've seen them all. We've already been shocked by the best of them. I was not shocked by your binder or your you need to have a binder. You had a little vanilla office folder, and I don't care about your sparkly box. The point of this all is Mia is a liar. Mia lies so much, you really don't even know what the truth is. So I'm just going to assume everything Mia has ever said is a lie. Because the whole point of you were not with my mother for Mother's Day, like you said you were. Yeah, you right. I just called her on a FaceTime. Like, that wasn't even anything to lie about. And if you could just spill out lies like it's nothing, who's going to believe you when you're telling the truth? Like, I see why all the ladies ain't believe you at the beginning of the season. You lie so much that when you actually have a truth to tell, no one will believe you. Like I said it on the panel, Mia could walk up to me and say, it's sunny and the sky is blue. I still need to go look out the window to be sure because you lie so much. I'm sorry. I like Karen, but she was... Let me go ahead and get Karen, address this comment about Karen out the way because I don't want to jump too far down the road. But Karen is about to be 60 years old this year. I believe she turned 59 last year. At 60 years old, and I'm just going to speak for myself. Now, I'm nowhere near 60, but I would hope by 60 years old, I would not want to be on television arguing, fussing, and fighting with women about what I do with my vagina and with who. Like that, really at 50, I wouldn't. I'm in my 40s, and at 40s, I don't want to do it. But I can guarantee you by 60, Karen's age, this reality TV game is the last thing I would be wanting to do with these ladies. I understand it's a huge platform for her. Anyone would be honored to have this platform, and her age really shouldn't even be a point of issue. I'm just saying for me, when I don't want to be fussing and fighting about what I'm doing with my vagina on television at that age. But anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna get to Karen at the end of this. Someone copied the binder. I don't really watch Dallas. I don't watch Dallas at all. I just got into Miami, and I'm a lot of episodes behind, but it's on Peacock. I'll catch up. The next thing Jacqueline pulled out of her little folder was, girl, your own husband don't know where you at. Like when you was in Atlanta and he was texting me, wondering where you was at and if you was with your ex-boyfriend. And Mia quickly took her little box and said, let me put this down because Jacqueline about to spill all my real tea. That's the only part I loved about that segment, is that whatever was in Jacqueline's folder scared Mia enough to put her little sparkly box down and back away from Jacqueline, because Jacqueline came to the reunion not to play with you, ma'am. Now, let's get to this. Jacqueline, as a grown ass woman, shame on you. Now, I know you probably want to end on the reality TV game, and I believe Mia probably did ask you, look, make it seem like we paid for your Porsche. Make it seem like I flashed a flashlight up your vagina. Come on in here and take this shower with me and let's open up the curtains. I'm telling you now, I really feel like Mia puts 20 on 10 on everything, and Jacqueline, you played along because there were a lot of times when the ladies ask you, have you slept with Gordon? And you were like, oh, you should ask Mia about that. As soon as you said that, I said, this is a storyline for them. And when Gordon came out, a part of me feels like they ain't even that freaky in a marriage anymore. And Mia is just putting on, saying these salacious stories, these outrageous things that she does in her marriage to get the oohs and the ahs and the moments of the show. But anyway, Jacqueline, you have to take ownership of coming on here and participating in Mia's lies. You didn't have to do it. It wasn't a good look for you. Nobody wants to be seen as the pass around friend who lets their husbands sleep with them so they can get a down payment for a Porsche. That wasn't a good look for you to agree to come on television and talk about. But hey, you roll with it, so you gotta sit in the backlash of it because you roll with it. But anyway, let's move on from Mia and Jacqueline. I'm happy they wrapped that up quick. Get them on, get them up, and get them out. Up next, Robin. I hit fast forward on 90% of Robin's segment because I don't care nothing about her marriage. I don't care about none of the shit she was doing. Damn it. 7 minutes, I'm already cursing. I'm trying not to curse in my videos. I don't care anything about what Robin did this past season, so I hit fast forward. I did stop to hear some of her answers. A few of the things I want to criticize Robin on is, ma'am, you aren't smart. You're not smart, Robin. You actually sound dumber than Ashley. Because at least Ashley didn't get a bag. She thought she was marrying up and she was going to get a little bit of Michael's money. Ashley fumbled the bag. But what you're doing, Robin, is you're securing a new bag for your family, and then you're willingly getting ready to give Juan 50% of it. Because he's been cheating on you all up and down before you even walk down the aisle, and you don't even put the infidelity clause in the prenup. Now, mind you, I feel like it ain't no prenup to sign because we ain't seen no court documents or no marriage certificate. All we seen you do is walk down the aisle and throw your middle finger up. That don't mean anything. We seen Yandy do that over there on Love and Hip Hop. That ain't even brand new. But anyway, Robin, if you like it, I love it. Like, I don't care. Some people just aren't smart. But it's no way that I postpone my marriage because I got to deal with a cheating situation with a lady in Canada, and I don't even throw the infidelity clause in the prenup. And I'm like, he entitled 50% because I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for him. You did lose his money the first time, so I understand. Juan probably like, I'll be damned if I walk away the second time with nothing. It is what it is. The next dumb thing that Robin did was open her mouth when it came to the Coppin State situation. Robin. When Andy asked you about Coppin State, all you had to say was no comments. Because see, what you said, you probably didn't think it was damaging, but what you did was try to protect your husband and devalue the student at the same time. Talking about, I know my husband, and I know he did everything by the policies and procedures of the school. Juan didn't do nothing wrong. Now, I can't speak for the coach, and I can't speak for nobody else, but Juan didn't do nothing wrong. How do you know, Robin? You're the lady on television talking about your husband went to a hotel to drop off his credit card receipt to a complete stranger that he only had interaction with on Instagram, and you didn't even take the initiative to read the interaction that they had. You just believe in everything that this man said. And if Juan is dumb enough to get you to believe that stupid ass story about, oh, she lost her wallet, so I just dropped off my credit card, that means he lied to you. Like, that's a lie, Robin. That's a lie. I'm sorry, ma'am. I know everybody want to believe they man won't cheat. But Robin, that man was in that hotel fucking. No one's paying for a hotel room and not getting any. And not getting any benefits of at least laying their head on that pillow. So no one's doing that. So your husband was doing something in that room with this woman, whether you want to believe it or not. So if he will lie to you about this cheating allegation, what makes you think what he tells you about Coppin State is true? You should have said no comment. I wasn't there. I ain't got nothing to do with Coppin State. It's under investigation. Until the investigation is over, this lawsuit is over, I have nothing to say. You'll see what Juan had to do with it once the lawsuit is over. That's all you had. That's what you said about your taxes. You know how to say no comment, Robin. But the worst thing you said was they just added Juan's name for clickbait, which is saying that this young man, you're devaluing everything that this young man has said happened to him. And the only reason he came forward is because his head coach is married to the least important person on Real Housewives of Potomac. And so because he's married to the least important, most boring, need to be fired person on the Housewives of Potomac, I'm going to add his name so this lawsuit can get clickable searches when I throw it out here on social media. And you used to work PR, didn't you? That's probably why you don't do it no more, because you're trash. You're trash. The fact that you opened your mouth to say that this young man added your husband's name and said your husband did something wrong and he didn't, so people can click on the lawsuit when it hits social media, trash. Just like you've been trashed this entire season, Robin. I really hope that because they gave us this little 6-minute extra clip of Andy asking Robin these questions that she's already answered, but I just really feel like they want to make Robin look as dumb as possible. They've already asked her the Coppin State questions. I wasn't expecting that at the reunion. I was expecting for that to be a season 8 storyline of Robin's to walk around saying no comments. But for the fact that they went ahead and embarrassed you all up and down every part of this reunion, they went ahead and asked you the Coppin State question that was supposed to be your storyline next season. It's telling me Robin's contract is lost in the mail. She's going to open her mailbox and it will be empty. I can't remember what housewife, or was that Married to Medicine, where somebody went to their mailbox on contract day and it was empty. Good luck with the hats, Robin. That's what I said on Twitter. Good luck with the hats. Oh, I had a tweet up here. I want to share a few tweets with you all as I go through the review. Now, this person right here, Alien Superstar, said, make it make sense. Juan feels bad for this woman he never met and goes to pay for her hotel, but nothing emotional or physical happened. But for his wife, Juan left Robin high and dry at the reunion to answer all these questions about what went on at Coppin and what went on with the credit card receipts. Make it make sense, Robin. He got all the compassion for this Instagram model, but for you, when you need him to show up at a reunion, he ain't been there. I don't think I ever seen Juan, maybe on one reunion, and only because Michael Darby was there. But let's move on. Now let's get to Charisse. Oh my God. I fast forward a lot of Charisse. Charisse on live television as they were putting that ponytail together. Too many bundles. It looks like something that a 14-year-old would wear to their first winter formal, something big and fluffy, first time really getting their hair done. But these kids now, They paying $300, $400, $500 for these lace front wigs, like y'all paying, not me. But anyway, and then you have the nerve to have a diamond necklace going up top. Sharice, your hair looked a fool. But then you get up here and pretty much said that you lied on Karen because she was putting your business out in the street. Now, mind you, I don't really follow Sharice, and I really don't be looking for the housewives gossip. So if it doesn't come up on my Instagram or Twitter in the main timeline feed, I'm not searching for it. But I'm saying all this to say I've never heard Karen say anything about you. I've never heard Karen say anything about you, but that's just me. Now, this is where I want to go in the Sharice moment. Who cares, Sharice, if it was 4 years, 5 years, 5 minutes? If today I say I don't fuck with you, ma'am, I don't fuck with you. And that's all you need to know. I don't need you to be worrying about, well, why you invite me to this event 4 years ago? Or why you invite me to this 3.5 years ago? If I say I don't fuck with you today, ma'am, I don't fuck with you. And leave me alone. I don't want to be friends. You can't make me be friends. You can't make me have a conversation with you. And Andy, how dare you? I've already said, if someone shows up, hey, Andrew, to my parents' funeral, that's probably going to be the most. I still have both of my parents. Thank you, God, for that. But that's going to be probably my most vulnerable, or probably, I don't even want to say that out loud, but one of the most vulnerable funerals I would ever have to attend is my parents. Love them to death. If somebody I don't like, I don't fuck with, shows up, even if it's out the kindness of their hearts, I'm going to ask someone, probably one of my cousins who stay on ready, one of my stay ready cousins, I'm going to ask them, please escort them out. Only because even if you have the best intentions, I don't have time to figure out if your intentions are good or if they're false. I just need you to go. You could have sent me a text. I'm sorry for your loss. Let's have lunch and discuss. I just lost my parents as well. I'm there for you. And maybe that could have been an end for us to try to mend a friendship. But just showing up at the funeral, and I don't know if you ready to go left or right. One of my stay ready cousins, you see her over there in the blue dress with the too many bundles in a ponytail, go ahead and get her up out of here. Go ahead, and I guarantee you wouldn't have caused no scene with one of my cousins. Guaranteed. Because they be ready for somebody to cause a scene. They be ready. So I don't buy it, Andy. Talking about, oh, if somebody I ain't like showed up to the funeral, I would think they were there to try to mend things, and they was trying to be, it was a good gesture. The gesture could have been fine as well, but if you aren't invited, funerals aren't places you just pop up. I mean, I guess you don't really invite people to funerals, but to me, it's not a place I would pop up when I know someone is extremely emotional to try. No, I'm just going to send you a text, say, I'm sorry for your loss. And if I really wanted to mend something with you, I would, in that same text or phone call, ask, I've been through the same thing. Can we try to, talk, work this out? Life is too short. I really care about you, and I want to try to mend this. After a few weeks and you get through the healing of the loss of your parents, can we talk? That's how I would approach it. But anyway, moving on from Sharice, I'm so happy they got her up and out. Sharice does give me pick me energy. Because here go Robin. Everybody loves Sharice, not just me. Everybody in the community loves Sharice. I mean, Candace loves Sharice. Giselle loves Sharice. Ashley. I'm like, Robin, you want her to have your job? Like, why are you talking up Sharice so much? Shut up until you get your contract. Who's next? Because let's get to the husbands. The husband comes out. G cries over Mia. I understand G's tears. Mia let us know G is a cancer survivor, so I can understand him feeling the fear of going to all these different doctors and not knowing what's wrong with his wife. Now, we all know right now it's just a lump and a rash. But in the beginning, they didn't know. In the beginning, Mia didn't know. And let me say this. Let me say this. I want to get this out the way. Y'all hear from my opinion, so I'm just going to give my opinion. I don't speak for everyone. But people rolling all up and down the hospital, getting medical treatments, medical care, infertility, shooting the stuff in their stomach for the eggs, that's not entertaining to me. I feel like, and I hate to say something that Giselle can use as a defense, but I feel like there's a HIPAA law for a reason. When it comes to my medical business, I don't care if I'm on a reality show. I don't have to tell you what I'm going through medically. And to be honest, what these people go through medically is not entertaining. I really don't care. Now, if it's something serious and they want to disclose, like if Mia really did have cancer and, she wanted the support, I would send her my thoughts and prayers, but it's still not an entertaining storyline. I believe Drea said it many, many years ago on Basketball Wives. We all feel for you and pray for you with your cancer. But when it comes to what we want to see on reality television, it's not entertaining. So I feel like let's stop feeling like every time y'all go to the doctor's office, that's something that we want to see on television. It's not. And when I say we, I'm speaking for me because I can only speak for myself. If y'all want to cancel me for saying it, I'm sorry. But it's just not entertaining to me. And I don't feel like we need to see Eddie taking pictures of Wendy going to get. You're on the fast forward list. Once you enter the doctor's office, I hit fast forward. I really, really do. I really, really, really do. But anyway, let's move on because I done forgot where I was going with this. Who's up next? I ain't taking no notes, y'all. Let's just get into the husbands. Eddie, happy-go-lucky, don't nothing really bother him. Great. Candace and, damn it, what's her husband name? Chris versus Giselle. That's all I care about. Let's cuss Giselle out real quick. Giselle, we cannot participate in how you feel. You sitting up here talking about, well, you participated and making me feel uncomfortable. No, I didn't. He was in the room with you, but the only person that can control how you feel is you. You did get on this television screen and make it seem like Chris did something to you. And see, this is Giselle's MO. And I want to give, now I'm jumping ahead because I feel like Mia should be fired. But Mia, if they do give you a contract, I want you to know. Mia, I want you to know next season is yours. Next season is yours. Giselle done hit up Wendy. She done already did what she had to do with Candace. Ashley ain't with well, she ain't filed for divorce yet either, but technically she's not with Michael, so she can't really hit Michael. It's your turn, and she ain't never gonna do nothing to Juan. It's your turn, Mia. Giselle has shown you her pattern. She's not about to change. She's glorified. The people who like Giselle in social media likes the bullshit she's doing. This is her MO. Mia, take warning. It's your turn next season. It's your turn. But anyway, Giselle, you made it seem like all season that Chris did something to you. You constantly said he needs to apologize for what he did. He needs to apologize for what he did. He's a sneaky link. He lured me. You did make it seem like he lured you to your room. Look, I'm with Chris. It don't matter who asked who. Once we got in the room, I didn't do anything to you. I don't care if the door was shut and locked. On that stage, Chris said, and y'all arguing over if you had your bathrobe or not. He didn't say you had your robe on and you was naked. He said it was in between scenes. You put your robe on because you guys were on a break. I just can't with Giselle because She acts like what she did all season wasn't making it seem like this man didn't do something to her. And I was with Chris. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I'm sorry if that was loud, y'all. But what did I do? Spit it out. You had 10 months to spit it out. I had to deal with my family. I had to lose jobs. I had to lose clients. What did I do? Because we're going to clear this up today, ma'am. Giselle still can tell you made me feel uncomfortable. I'm happy Chris pointed out, well, every time you talk about my penis every season, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm so happy production showed the flashbacks. I'm sure Giselle didn't see it in the moment, but she saw it last night. Candace cussed. Let's get into the cussing out of Candace, and then we're gonna get to the colorism moment. I'm not gonna get upset. I was upset on Kamisha's panel. I'm gonna say what I have to say, and then I'm gonna move on because I'm tired of getting upset about these shows. Oh, hold on. Oh, I wanted to read Giselle real quick. Giselle, you not having the same ratio of diamonds on each sleeve makes me uncomfortable. Does Giselle owe me an apology? You sitting up here looking a fool. I'm very uncomfortable because one sleeve looks like it's Potomac and the other one looks like it's in the trash. That's what I mean. People can't participate in your feelings. People make you feel a certain kind of way every day, all day, but that doesn't mean they owe you an apology. But I'm moving on from it. I think this is the first thing Candace said. She said, "What's not cool is your gutter snipe bitch ass." I like that she included that. Lying on my family. You lied on her family, Giselle. And then you want to throw out an apology. I'm apologizing to you now. I probably shouldn't have said sneaky link, and I probably shouldn't have said like you wanted to get it. But she didn't mean that. And Chris, I really wish you would have told Giselle to stuff that up her ass too. But as a man, you probably didn't want to come off too. I don't know. I wouldn't have cared. I would have been like Candace. We would have been tag teaming cussing Giselle's ass out. But what else did Candace have to say? She said, "You are a garbage individual. You have no soul. You are the reason women can't come forward because of the fake reports you make, and you sit up here with your She say color is privilege. She said you sit up here with your white looking ass. That's what she said in the air. Like, oh, Candace, you're going too far. You called Giselle white. You said she looks white. You went too far. That's reverse colorism. Ashley, shut up. All of you all shut up because all of you all outside of Candace, including Wendy, voted to not have a moderator there who could really break down what colorism is to you all because none of you all understand and half of you all are on the cast are it. The fact that Candace couldn't get upset and say what she had to say about Giselle and everyone jumped down Candace's throat, but Giselle could sit on this stage and say all these vile lies about Chris, and no one, not even, unless they cut Wendy's part out, no one said, Giselle, you was wrong for what the fuck you said. You called this man a sneaky link. You said he won. No one saw Candace's point of view of what Giselle was doing to her husband. Robin tried to sit up here and act like, well, I knew he ain't really do nothing. I told everybody Chris wasn't really doing nothing. But no, Robin, you still was hanging and kikiing and sitting up here letting Giselle slew these lies across the television screen. You was right there in damn near every conversation. You were the one sitting up here telling it to Mia. And you were the one sitting up here letting Mia, they never addressed Mia talking about, oh, Chris was looking at me too. Like they really didn't address this Chris situation the way it should have been broken down. They never really broke down Ashley and her bullshit. But y'all mad at what Candace said. Like she's really breaking down what colorism is. Yes, Giselle, you're light skinned. Your proximity to whiteness allows people to let you say these lies about a man and be believed. Where all Candace did was call you out, and now you went too far, Candace. Wendy, you shouldn't have said, Wendy, you shouldn't have said nothing about her skin color. Yes, I did. I'm pointing out exactly what colorism is. And because she pointed it out, and all these hits, light brights got hit on the stage, they got to piping up. That's too much. This is why Candace, in part 2 of the reunion, I'm gonna hit you just a little bit, girl. When you talking about nobody on this cast is colorist, you let them off that hook where you should have said, Giselle, you're colorist, Ashley, Robin, Mia, and you should have gave examples. You should have called all they asses out. And you should have said, colorism isn't, for the most part, colorism isn't something you wake up like, kind of like racism. Most racists wake up every day hating Black people and intentionally doing racist shit to Black people because they feel superior. For the most part, most people who are colorists is usually an unconscious bias. Now, some people are colorists and they are conscious in their privilege and do bullshit in their conscious privilege. But for the most part, it's usually something that you're doing and you may not recognize, and someone has to point it out to you so you can learn and do better. And Candace, I feel like you should have been pointing it out, because I could have wrote down a long list, episode of examples for you, but you got up here talking about wasn't nobody up here doing it. So I said, well, shit, if you don't see it, I guess I don't see it either. Like, you're so scared to hurt these women's feelings. You're so scared to call out the bullshit because of what? Like, people saying you don't want the show to go down the course of Basketball Wives. Y'all already down that course. Y'all already hit that corner for me. I'm at the point now where if they bring back the exact same cast next season, I don't want to watch. It's nothing else these ladies can give me. They aren't going to change. Look at this right here. You have all the light brights, and I'm sorry for calling light brights, but I feel like because I'm light skinned, I could say it. But if I'm wrong for saying it, put it in the comments and I'll stop. But ain't nobody told me I was wrong yet. They all out here kicking it, doing offbeat TikToks, talking about it's a wrap. The Mariah Carey TikTok challenge, sending it out to Candace, talking about it's a wrap for her because, you know, Ashley husband suing her for $2 million, which I think is trash. These ladies are... You telling me these ladies are about to change if we bring all of them back? Look at the click on our screen. All the mean bitches, if you bring all of them back, it's going to be all of them, all the people I dislike versus Karen, Wendy, and Candace. And let me tell you this, because I had this debate on Twitter. Candace and Wendy are not friends. Candace and Wendy are not real friends. They're co-workers. They're your co-worker like, oh, I had a job back in the day. We couldn't stand our supervisor. Now, mind you, this ain't a good example because I am really real life friends with the people from this job, but they remind me of the people on my team where we had the same supervisor. We bonded so much because we hated that lady. She was really unfair. She was a bitch. And you know, when you at work talking about, oh, that bitch, I can't stand that bitch. She did this. You're like, girl, she did this. And you know, we bonded over that. That reminds me of Candace and Wendy. They're two people who show up to work, going through the same bullshit, but when the season over, they don't hang out. You heard Wendy say, Candace ain't never been around her children like that. But anyway, that's the end of the reunion. I don't have nothing else to say because I'm not going to get on here being angry for an hour, running my mouth. Now, last and not least, they had to throw in the last 6 minutes of Robin and Andy. I ain't learned anything new. And really, it was Ebony K. Williams looking like this that had me on the ground. That's what entertained me. Looking at Ebony, listen to Robin, because that's how we were all looking at him like, girl, you sound a fool. You sound a fool. But hey, that's your man. And if you like it, good luck. Because I ain't got to be with him. He ain't gonna take 50% of nothing of mine. Because I even heard somebody say, was it Carlos? Was I listening to Carlos? I was listening to somebody today, and they say if Robin gets fired next season, they believe the divorce papers coming shortly after that. And I believe them. I really do feel like if Robin doesn't get a contract, Juan will be like, now he might keep you around until that Coppin State stuff is over. Because he might need some of your money to pay off that lawsuit. Allegedly, please don't nobody come for me. but but let's get to the end of this. I want to wrap Potomac up in a bow. Hey Inga, Robin is a damn liar. I mean, who ain't a liar on this show? Everybody on this reunion, for the most part, has admitted to lying at the reunion, or they on social media now admitting to the lies. Mia has apologized. It's draining because I feel like let's get into my last point. What do I want to see next season? I would like to see Real Housewives of Potomac come back. I do enjoy the cast. I enjoy that they're an all black cast because, like Atlanta, like most people in the world, we enjoy seeing ourselves on television. I just don't want to see where the cast is going right now. Like, I can guarantee you, if they bring everybody back in the same capacity, I'm not interested in watching. Now, in my world, what I would do, a huge part of me would fire everybody and bring in 4 new women. But that's not practical. You can't fire the whole cast and start all over. Because if that was the case, just cancel the show and find some new black people in another city. Do that too. But what seems plausible, reasonable, I would definitely fire Robin. Robin has nothing else to give, and she's already wrapped up her season 8 storyline in a nice, pretty bow here at the reunion. We can let Robin go. I don't need Ashley. I don't need Candace, Wendy, Karen throwing this Canadian woman in her face months and months, because she already said season 7, she was a year removed from it. So by season 8, she'll be 2 years removed from it. She ain't gonna care. So let's go ahead and fire Robin. I don't need Robin to be a friend. I need her to be a hustler, go home, and figure out your next avenue of income. After that, I would fire Mia. Mia is a liability. All she does is lie. It would be nice, some people want to see Mia versus Jacqueline, but I feel like Jacqueline, you got a real life girl. You got a real job. It ain't worth going down that gutter slide with Mia for these 15 minutes of fame on Potomac. I see you, Andrew. I feel like Giselle is too valuable to the network. They're not even gonna demote Giselle. They probably will leave Giselle where she is, but if you fire Robin, you force Giselle to earn her check. Because now she has to have a storyline. And she can't pull her same bullshit because she ain't got a guard dog to fight her battles. Like, she ain't got nobody that's gonna walk up in somebody's face if it's on and popping. So Giselle could, sit in her seat for another season. If she can't pull it off solo, she can go by season 9. But I feel like Giselle's contract is safe. Sharice ain't never been on the show for me, so Sharice ain't got to come back. Like, you can't fire somebody who ain't hired. I don't know who on the production team thought it would be cute to bring Sharice back. It wasn't. Let her stay at home. Karen can stay. Candace can stay. Wendy should be a friend. I'm gonna tell you why. Wendy, you have the most to lose to be dealing with the bullshit. Like, Wendy, the ladies know they can attack you because you can't fight back the way they can fight you. Like, you ain't gonna go gutter, you ain't gonna go dirty, you're not gonna put hands on nobody, you're not gonna throw a drink back in nobody's face. They're gonna keep testing you because they know you got real jobs, real things to lose. So make Wendy a friend. Maybe Wendy can be Candace's friend. Wendy still deserves every opportunity to be on this Bravo platform as everybody else. So, like, we're not going to run Wendy away. We're not going to do that. But we're going to make her a friend so she doesn't have to get in the gutter like everybody has to do to earn a check. Candace, you can stay because I feel like it'll be Candace versus Ashley next season. And then bring on 2 or 3 new housewives for us to get to know. Let Candace bring on a true friend. I would say let Giselle bring on a true friend, but I feel like she would just bring on somebody like her. Let Karen bring on a true friend. Someone that she could really, that knows Karen, and we could see them go around town and be 60 and fabulous together. Like, let's bring on some new wives. We need new energy. We need new storylines. And I feel like you can continue to make the show a success. But what you have right now, if you bring half of the only people in this picture that can stay are Giselle and Ashley. That whole left side of the picture, throw them away. Throw them away. So that's my opinion. You know, Giselle probably doesn't have any friends. You know, we didn't even know she had a sister. We didn't even know that. I feel like Giselle family be like, don't put our name in this mess. Don't put our names or our pictures in none of this mess. I believe it. She doesn't look like she doesn't look like she has friends. She looks like a miserable, nasty person. And once her daughters go off to college, she gonna have a house full of cats. That's what I believe. But that's it, you all. I'm not gonna sit up here and read Giselle and Robin them all night. Get rid of Robin, Sharice, and Mia. Bring back Katie and 2 more housewives with interesting cultures. Look, if they got rid of Robin, Sharice, and Mia, I would be okay with Katie coming back because I feel like, well, no, Ashley would be nasty to Katie. Katie can come back as a friend. I would like to see Katie come back, but ease Katie into it. Don't throw her out there with a flute because I feel like it would be too much for her to handle. And I care about Katie's health, sobriety, and mental health more than I care about her coming on these shows, getting these bitches together. Because Candace can get them together. But Candace, if I see you over here on the Ultimate Girls trip, making friends with Giselle after she did all this bullshit at the reunion in the season with your husband, I'm going to be over it. Anybody who walks up hugging and trying to be friends with Giselle next season, season 8, Wendy, Candace, Karen, I'm gonna be over it. And y'all deserve what y'all get because y'all want her to do the shit to y'all. If everybody, and let me say this, I ain't gonna put the person's name out there because they ain't asked me to, and I really don't know them like that. I just follow them on Twitter. Someone reposted something that another blogger said about Mia, and Mia got that person's account snatched by Instagram. But Mia didn't say anything to Giselle about that embezzlement conversation. Mind you, I was on YouTube and I heard an interview where Mia said, Giselle keeps it real. And as long as you keep it real and say what you have to say to my face, I ain't got no problem with you because I keep it real. And I appreciate Giselle at least saying what she said to my face. And I'm like, bitch, you can't even get your sentences and lies together, Mia. Wendy said what she had to say to you in your face, and you splashed her. Just say, and that's colorism right there. Giselle can get on TV saying you embezzling money, which is a federal crime. And it's all good for you because she said it to your face. But all Wendy did was say, girl, mind your business. I ain't got to talk to Peter if I don't want to. Splash. Candace, all the examples are written right here in this season. But hey, y'all don't want to call it out. We can't make you call it out from the YouTube. But anyway, that's all I have to give you all. Until the next season of Potomac, I'm going to get into, the Queens of R&B. I can't wait to talk about that. I'm going to watch the show tonight, maybe review it tomorrow, maybe review it Wednesday. It'll definitely be up by Wednesday. Roa should be coming out pretty soon. Then we have the Ultimate Girls Trip. The only reason I'm watching the Ultimate Girls Trip is for Portia. Look, say what you want to say about Portia, and she does work my nerve, but Portia is good TV. I want to see what Portia does over here on the girls' trip. I'm gonna watch it, and I might review that too. I didn't watch SWV and Escape last night because Potomac was an hour and a half, and then right after the Potomac show, Kamisha did her review panel last night, and after the review panel, I went to bed. I had to go to work, so I'll probably watch SWV tonight or tomorrow night. But after that, now that Potomac is off, the SWV Escape show, the Queens of R&B, will be the review I put in its place. So we'll have a good time talking about that this season. So you all have a good night. Thank you for sticking by for the live review. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe, get in the comments if you're on the rewatch. Let me know what you thought about part 3. But again, I really don't even, maybe I might discuss the contracts once we see who gets one and who doesn't. But other than that, I would just like to leave Potomac alone for a while. I need a break. But y'all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night, the rest of this week for something. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.